All right, welcome everybody. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. I have posted all of the March readings, so if you want to check those out, we'll put a link in the description box for a playlist for all the March readings. I am struck by the astrology of March. April and May follow right on, so I feel like we're really now getting into the thick of something ascension wise, and so let's see what wants to come through for the collective right now. I am focusing on the twin flame journey, but in a bigger way I'm also focusing on the ascension process or journey as we're experiencing it, because I feel like these energies are kicking it up a notch. Mars square Uranus on the 9th of March. We have that new moon in Pisces coming along to say, hey, how you doing on your spiritual path? All right, so that's in the beginning, and then at the end of March, we have a full moon eclipse. All right, in Libra, which does have to do with relationships. So I feel like the twin flame connection is being pressed into service in some ways. So I feel like I have felt this very strongly for about the last week or so, and so let's see what wants to come through the reading for you guys watching. If you're drawn here by the title, which I don't know what it is yet, then there's a message in here for you. All right, so let's see where we go. Oh boy, discovering truth. Definitely. We have Jupiter in May moving into Gemini, and there's a sense there with Gemini and Sagittarius being activated by this transit. There's a moment in time of discovering new truths, or truths that you thought were truths that aren't truths, right? Sometimes we think our personal truth is a group truth or a collective truth, and that's not always true. And it's like, oh wow, you mean this is something that is true for me but may not be true for other people. There's universal truth, there's other kinds of truth, but I'm just talking about a personal level into a collective level as we're talking to you guys, twin flames, and those on the ascension path. So, sorry, Maisie's crunching. Rainbow blessings and choosing your path. Okay, so the truth is wanting to come through right now, and I am talking about Jupiter moving into Gemini. Jupiter is in Taurus right now. And Taurus energy, what I just said to you about Mars squaring Uranus, is also in Taurus. So there's a lot of things that our values are being reviewed and looked at. Like, values don't shift quickly. Beliefs, if you're questioning your beliefs, they can shift in a hot minute if something is shown to you to be the truth, that you're like, yeah, that's right. Wow, I've been believing something else and it's throwing me off my spiritual path. So let's see here what the reading wants to show. I like the rainbow blessings. I feel like for some of you that Mars square Uranus could be about which battles am I willing to fight? What am I willing to fight for? And it's possible your divine counterpart could be choosing his or her battles as well. All right, so 8 of Pentacles underneath. The Hierophant, that's Taurus, that's tradition. Something about traditional work, this is like head down, just doing my thing, day-to-day living, kind of processy oriented. Death card. Strength card. There's some of you have a twin flame that's ending. I've seen that for months. I'm definitely tapping into this collective who might be dealing with a Taurus, a Scorpio, or a Leo. This is one of my twin flame cards, the 10 of Cups and the Empress. 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. So there's something here about twin flame mission. I feel like you can't just focus on your own stuff anymore. You can't just focus on your own life and what's going on with you. It's got to be bigger. You've got to start looking globally or thinking globally. We talk about climate change. We talk about all the troubles in the world, the Middle East, what's going on. And it's time to like look beyond just your own needs, not to diminish that, but that's why we've been talking about healing and doing your work, why I've been talking about that for, I don't know, years now. So what we're trying to say is like there's a deadline here. Okay, there is a deadline. Knight of Cups. Well, the Knight of Cups is in this card. You see the horse back there, that's the Knight of Cups. So when you do transform and regain your power, that's when twin flame comes in. And I feel like if you've been doing the healing work and you're on your path, like this isn't going to be such a big shift for you. It'll just be like, oh yeah, okay, this is the next stage. But someone who hasn't been doing their work or anything like that, sorry, this is bothering me, then there may be, I think that what I have been getting and what you have been seeing for a while is this sense of like loss. And I feel like people in the world who are not doing their healing work, who are living in low vibration, we're going to be called. I feel like this is a call. This is a calling here. It's time to really help nurture these folks in some way. It's time to do our work in terms of a global community. All right. So some of the twin flames that are coming together right now are being activated for this particular mission. Three of Wands, the Judgment card, Chariot, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. I'm sorry, Charlie, I stepped on him. Six of Swords and the Ace of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, another ace, and the Lover's card. Yeah, there's union coming in here. There might be some kind of, I feel like the March energy of Mars square Uranus is going to bring about this Judgment card here is all about a crossroads. It's like we've been waiting for it for all this time. We've been waiting for it, what's going on, and then we can move forward. The Chariot card, there's a lot of moving forward energy here, overcoming the past, Six of Swords, getting out in front of it, not getting out in front of it, being able to tap into it. New ideas, new thoughts, new beginnings. We're not just doing this anymore. Okay, so Gemini right now, or Taurus is in, Jupiter is in Taurus right now. And that is about us looking down and anchoring ourselves in Gaia, thinking about our physical lives and all of that. By the end of May, we are going to be fully shifted into this new energy. Astrologically, it's showing up very loudly. The Ace of Wands here is those on the spiritual path who are heeding this call are awakening to have to learn new things. So some of you may have to learn new things in order to align with the truth, this truth about yourself, or this truth you're discovering, right? The first thing here, the discovering of truth, the first card out the gate. And that is about a personal truth, but it's much more about being tied to a collective truth, right? Being tied to a collective truth. And then here is the choice of union. And that's gonna help a lot. In terms of us having a partner to shoulder the burden with, shoulder the work with. And talk to me more about this. I'll look at divine feminine, divine masculine individually in a second here. But this is so loud. This has shown up in so many readings. And those on the spiritual path, I'm really struggling to not hierarchically shame anyone who hasn't done their work or who isn't on the spiritual path consciously, okay? Because we're all on spiritual paths, but it's sort of like not consciously. And I do feel like there is help available from those of us who are consciously working on this and know that part of your job here is a calling and helping other people. There's another helper card, the Six of Swords. So I am struggling a little bit with what are the words that are not hierarchical, because when we're talking about this shift into this new consciousness, we're getting rid of hierarchy. We're getting rid of that. We're moving away from that into something that works. It's got to work for the collective. It's not enough just to smash things. What needs to happen is, okay, the thing that needs to be replaced must be replaced from a place of love, not fear. There's only two things, love or fear. And we've been witnessing a lot of fear over the past, I don't know, 100 years, 10 years, especially. And so this is the path of the heart. That's what twin flames are called to do, is to nurture the path of the heart. So I do see a progression here. I also see a new truth coming through. It's 8 of Wands on the bottom, which is a lot of conversation. It can come out in a conversation between the two of you. Okay, there can be some kind. Y'all, each of you have your own truth. Then you have a truth with this divine partner, and then we have this spiritual community, this family. If you're not part of Pathfinders, this is a good time to be part of that, because we are really stepping into using our intuition in a practical way in our lives. There's also the collective truth of love. And sometimes that truth can be a little bit like, wow, that's hitting me right between the eyes. And I see sometimes when you guys are watching readings and you're like, oh, that really hit me, or that really got me, or something like that. That's your intuition. That's one of the ways of knowing that it's online. It's working, right? It's working. Of course it's working. You're just hearing it. You're conscious of it. So a little bit for the divine feminine here, a little bit of, okay, I'm not supposed to be using this deck. 6 of Cups, Fool, 10 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. So I'm going to change my deck here for the divine feminine. Yeah, this is not the divine feminine, which is why I just got that. Like, that's not the divine feminine deck. This is for the divine feminine, though. I was just talking about the truth. This is for the divine feminine. There is somebody to help. It's possible that it's your divine masculine. There's somebody that really needs your help, and that can be a divine masculine. It's somebody who is not seeing the journey. I wonder how that works out, because one of the things I have learned in my own twin flame journey is the more I focus on them, the more they run away. So how does that actually even play out? If there's something like, oh my God, there's a truth, this is coming, I've got to, advice for the divine feminine, please. 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups. So what you're doing here, there's the 6 of Cups again, King of Wands. There they are. There's divine masculine. So what you're doing here, 4 of Pentacles, this is about, technically, this 4 of Pentacles is about holding back. But to me, it's sort of like offering yourself the cup of love, offering that to you. There's some nurturing or healing piece that is still missing. Okay? That's why this set of twin flames have not come together yet. There is some healing about your life. Maybe it has to do with your worth and values, because when we're talking about Jupiter in Taurus, it's like, what are we valuing? What do you value right now? And is that aligned with this spiritual path? I feel like the divine feminine has something to do. Let's see. The divine feminine has something to do. Hold that thought. Yeah. Okay. Divine feminine has something to do here. Nope, this isn't it. Oh my God. All right. Wow. All right. This card jumped out. All that glitters. Definitely has to do about money. There's something about money here that the divine feminine needs to conquer. It's around your value. All right. Building blocks. Okay. Thinker. Think bigger. Think bigger. Yeah, go the distance. Some of you divine feminines, no, the divine feminines I'm speaking to right now are the ones who are building the foundation, but when the divine masculine comes in, it gets much bigger. So be ready to let go of what you have built. Be ready to move on from it. Be ready to do something completely different that has to do with. It's almost, I'm getting Jose Andres, like his World Kitchen, where he let go of restaurants and cookbooks and being on television and doing all the things he was doing, and he had a mission and purpose to feed the world, and he knew that purpose, and he's out there doing that. There's something like that you have a foundation now, and if you don't, better get on that, right? So some of you have a home, or you have a place, you have it's earth related. Jupiter in Taurus, it's earth related. There's a couple more months here that you have to really build something, and I'm not saying, oh my god, you've got to build a YouTube empire in 2 months. What I am saying to you is your job is to create a foundation, a stable foundation for the next discernible time period. I got a 44 card here. Yeah. And all the glitters card is a 16 card, goes to 7. So there's something very spiritual about this. That's the Tower card in the tarot, 16. And it's like it's blowing apart your ideas of what you think is valuable. Your job now in your intuitive practice, which I'm helping the Pathfinders with. Tomorrow on Pathfinders, I'm going to be giving you my spiritual practice. I'm going to be sharing that with you and teaching you about that. This card was in the wrong deck, so there's something about the wrong deck, or I'm using the wrong deck, something like that. Knight of Pentacles. If you haven't built a foundation for yourself, it's really time to get on it. And in that Pathfinders group, we're going to talk about anchoring ourselves in our intuition. And it's a practice. So it may happen on day 1, may happen on day 191, may happen on day 1001. But there's, in terms of getting to higher guides and all of that, but you've got to start somewhere. And I feel like that's what we're saying here, is building a solid spiritual practice. This is loud in this reading. That's when a lot of times when I say things are loud, it means it's like, boom, like right in your face. It's time to listen. Okay. So the Ace of Cups is also about self-love. So this has something to do with healing your own worth and value so that you can build this foundation. Knight of Swords. There's rage, Capricorn energy, death energy. Wow. Transformational energy, and Lovers again. So there can be a pattern that has kept you stuck, held you in a box. There's rage around it. Spirit is saying you need to look at that. Where do you have triggers? Where do you have outsized reactions? It's time to look at that, because that is what's going to be transformed or triggered massively by that March 9th Mars square Uranus. Surprise! Surprise. Talk to me more about the surprise. 8 of Swords. Got that again. Blowing apart our old visions that are holding us back. 8 of Cups. Walking away from old toxic situations. Fool. Brand new path. Holy moly. Brand new path. 7 of Wands. Other people may not like it. You may not be popular for doing this. Just saying. All right, let's look at Divine Masculine here, because where is the Divine Masculine in all of this? Where are you, Divine Masculine? I just feel like very serious tone here. Where's the Divine Masculine in all this? Emperor in reverse. Okay, the whole deck's in reverse. Did I do that right? No, we're going to go with it. The Emperor is in reverse. 9 of Pentacles. Tower. There's that 4 of Pentacles again. This is about their ego. Divine Masculine has some ego issues. They're needing to, well, doesn't matter. They're going to get blown up. Like, it's too late. Any kind of ego that's holding them in a toxic situation. Sometimes I see this as being too comfortable. I saw that in the reading yesterday. Being too comfortable, or, we only change when things are uncomfortable. When we say it, you're in enough pain, but sometimes people don't relate to the word pain. So when you're uncomfortable enough, like when your clothes don't fit enough, that's when you finally do something about your diet, or you do something about exercise. When you're in a relationship that you can't stop yourself from eye rolling this person, and you're like, okay, I just can't even take this anymore. Like, that's when the towers usually happen. But because it's been a buildup, I think there's a buildup here. I'm seeing that with the Divine Feminine. If I also feel like the Divine Feminine has come to like the end of her rope with this runner chaser nonsense. Just gonna say it. Chaser is a runner, and chaser is unconscious twin flame energy playing itself out, triggered by fear. And I feel like the feminine is like, you know what? Sick of this. Okay. What else for the Divine Masculine here? Where's the Divine Masculine? What's happening for them? The Seven of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I don't do reversals on this channel a lot, but when it does show up like this, I'm just going to go with it because it's important. Okay. Something about this table is weird today. The Seven of Cups in reverse is about clarity. So if it's like this, it means it's confused. Clarity. No more. No longer confused. But still not making choices. So the Divine Feminine knows what's going on. Knows about this Two of Cups, which I've seen now 3 times. Lover's card twice. Knows about the divine connection. I feel like they're opening to the connection. And this Five of Swords in reverse is like no more excuses or no more victim mentality. In whatever they're doing right now, I feel like they might be really aligned with the victim archetype. And, when we have situations like a Mars squaring is tension. Mars is the god of war. And Uranus is super duper lightning fast innovation. So there can be some kind of confrontation, some kind of confrontation that brings about this no more, I'm not confused anymore about the fact that someone's victimizing me. I am, in fact, it doesn't have to be, about ego. It can be about someone who's controlling. They've decided to move on from. They're moving on from a controlling behavior of another person. Let's do a couple different things here. So what is the masculine? What does the masculine need to know here? Or what's going on with them? Oh yeah, chaos and conflict. 33 card. Come to the edge. Poised. See this? Reverse card. Two of Wands in reverse, poised in reverse. What? All right, we're going to get that. Here and now. This is go time. What is stopping the masculine? I'm going to go back to this deck. What is stopping the masculine from making this decision to move on from a very toxic situation? What is stopping them? First of all, I think they're lying to themselves, but they have rage about this. They have rage inside them. Mars square Uranus. Mars, that's how you let out rage. Okay, Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, conflict. Knight of Pentacles. I got that. Remember that was the stray card that was in my other deck. Queen of Pentacles. There's the Emperor. So this person is dealing with a physical partner right now who is has a lot of ego, or who is very demanding, very controlling. And they're they're being sneaky. I feel like it may be being sneaky about money or being sneaky about something. What is the Tower? Talk to me about the Tower. Four of Cups. Nine of Pentacles again. Seven of Pentacles. It's blowing up their comfort zone. Page of Wands. Okay, so something about their comfort zone is getting blown up. Like it's not existing anymore. So it's not comfortable. Something has blown that apart. Or is blowing that apart. No more comfort zone. So no reason to stay in this. No more comfort zone. No reason to stay. For the collective, Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, King of Wands, Two of Swords. This is a negotiation. I feel like Divine Masculine will take action when their comfort zone gets blown up. But that, back to the Divine Feminine part about needing to heal something, your job is to then do not be a codependent with this person. That might be challenging. Okay. You see this person, they need help. They're your divine partner. Of course you're going to help them, but don't be codependent about it. Okay. Don't be codependent about it. There's some lesson about that. There's also a lesson about keep your wits about you. There can be this overwhelming love that shows up. There can be all of that. But there's something here, Queen of Swords, about being clear. It's like there's not a lot of time for that right now. Okay? Even though I see union, even though it's like, I get that. There's a lot to do. And we got to get on it. All right? We got to get on it. There's like an urgency here. Yeah. All right, I'm going to continue on with this reading. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming because I feel like March has a lot to offer. I'm going to go deeper into the March astrology and we'll see where this comes out. I'll get some advice for you guys. Okay. All right. Link is below, Twin Flames, if you want to continue on with this Ascension update. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.